28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crashing.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 51 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Marr on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They complete it to Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Mahomes now to throw, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
It's a turnover on downs.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down now. It's Elliott, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Watch out for him on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 59 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And an explosive long run, really electric play.
What a fantastic play, too, because when you get one of those runs, you know everything came together well. The blocking, but especially the runner himself, able to find a gap and take it the distance.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott running right. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really... Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. This for his running back, McCoy. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
17.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with a fullback, Sherman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. This is the fullback, Sherman. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now it's Sherman, the fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes going to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the ten.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now McCoy, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Step, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. with his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and some room to maneuver. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 73 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's loose again. And he's taking it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. A 20th carry here for Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he is not going to make it to the end zone, and this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.